Greetings everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. Void Shadows is finally here, and that means the patch that was going to be coupled with it is finally here as well. In this video, I'm going to go over some of the big points that I think you all would really want to know. But of course, there's significantly more in the patch than what I'm going to cover, so a link to the patch notes will be down in the description below. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So the first new thing you'll see is actually right on the main screen, DLCs and mods. You are now able to manage what DLCs and mods you have installed right from within the game, similar to what Baldur's Gate 3 now allows you to do. I think this is really cool, and honestly, it motivates me to finally start playing around with some of the mods Rogue Trader has. And my list looks a little bit paltry. All I got is Toy Box, and that's turned off. So I might have to put in some effort and see what cool mods are available for this game. And keep in mind, when you go to a new game, you will see a list of different DLC, and you can manually turn it on so that it'll be available in your playthrough. Speaking of new game, when you go to difficulty, there will be a new option now called Grim Darkness. It's very similar to what you've seen in the Pathfinder games, Last of the Atlanti. Basically, it's going to limit you to one save, making your adventure overall significantly more difficult. There are a couple of changes though, based on the way Owlcat has implemented it before. Grim Darkness can be turned on regardless of what your actual game difficulty is. And if you are playing on Grim Darkness and all of a sudden your party is wiped, you will get the option to continue forward in that game. You just won't get the achievement that you would usually get if you completed the game on Grim Darkness. And there's actually an amulet that can be unlocked for all future playthroughs. If you finish the game on Grim Darkness, you would lose access to that as well. Also, keep in mind that unlike, again, the Last of the Atlanti that Owlcat has done previously, when playing on Grim Darkness, it requires either your entire party to be wiped or for your void shift to be destroyed in order for you to lose. Whereas previously, just your character going down was enough in order for you to fail. But all in all, it's one more feather in Rogue Trader's hat to try to give people a little bit more difficulty and make things more interesting for them from a difficulty standpoint. So I hope you all enjoy this. Another change with this patch is that you have a lot more dynamic icons that are used in order to mark your talents. Before, all of the boxes listed here would kind of look the same, whereas now a lot of them have unique icons in order to help you differentiate what type of talent you are actually looking at. And it makes it a lot easier to figure out what it is you actually want to use while leveling up. Good stuff. All right, now let's get into some of the mechanic changes that have been made. Savor the Kill is under Bounty Hunter, and it gives you an extra turn when one of your prey that is not being trailed is killed by an ally. Previously, during this extra turn, you could use an offensive heroic action, even though part of the way that they balanced this talent was that you were not supposed to be able to attack. So that has been taken away now, and you will no longer be able to use offensive heroic acts while on an extra turn from Savor the Kill. This continues the debuffing of this talent. Before, it was absolutely monster to have for Psychers because you could use the full gamut of your Psyker abilities during this extra turn, but that's also been taken away. So now Savor the Kill is significantly more regular. Enough Bullets for Everyone is under Soldier, and it gives you additional damage on your second attack in one turn. Before, it was not working if you were triggering that second turn during an extra turn. So basically, if an officer gave you an extra turn and then you use run and gun to be able to attack once again, the extra damage from this talent was actually not triggering. That has been fixed, and now it should be working properly. Absolutely great stuff. No Heresy is a common talent, and it provides you with a 10% bonus to critical hit chance and armor against Xenos or demonic creatures, and your allies are going to gain half of those bonuses. Of course, in the late game, demonic creatures and Xenos creatures pretty much all you're facing, and they can wreak absolute havoc on you. So these are really nice bonuses. And finally, being able to give your entire team at least a portion of them is very, very helpful. Close Quarters is under the Arch Militant archetype, and it allows you to use two-handed ranged weapons while within melee range. But you're supposed to take a -10 penalty to ballistic skill. Previously, this -10 penalty was directly applying to your hit chance, making it significantly more of a negative, but now that has been fixed, and the penalty should only apply to ballistic skill. Absolution triggers in the first round of combat and causes all critical hits scored by your party to inflict burning. Previously, this would not work if the critical hit was scored by a damage over time effect, but that has been fixed now, so you could potentially poison an enemy or make them bleed and score a critical hit to cause them to start burning as well. Obviously, that could be really, really useful with somebody like Cabela on your party. Vendor reputations in Act 4 have been adjusted as well to make it more fair and equitable for the people who are playing. Just all the way around, I think the vendor reputation system is significantly better than it was at launch. I popped into one of my late games and I had a ton of items available to me that were never available before, so I really, really appreciate that. Now, there is one last change that I want to bring up that I don't know if any of you felt this way, but it makes me very happy. I felt like the game did not have nearly enough bolters, and that Argenta ended up using pretty much the same ones for way too long a stretch of time, while other people were getting new items and artifacts to use that were really powerful. So one of the things they've done, it seems like Owlcat agreed to me, Opticon 22 now has an additional bolter, and it's better than any of the bolters Argenta would have leading up to this point. So really, really cool, and definitely looking forward to seeing that in action. And that's it. That's the full video walking through the patch notes for Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader. Again, very, very excited about the game. I love the DLC. I think they did a fantastic job. It's great to see Owlcat continue to support this product. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. For those of you who have played the DLC, did you enjoy it? Did it cause any serious issues for you? Or do you concur that the game is for the most part stable? Looking forward to hearing your feedback, and as always, I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.